Yeah, and like there's a lot of other places that try to do like open mics and comedy shows and things like that,
Yeah.
and I've seen some flops on some stuff, and no shade either. Like I would
Yeah.
not, if someone's trying, I think that's the biggest part is like trying to make things
Yeah.
happen.
I think the what I would call like a flop, just to clarify on my side,
Yeah,
is like a what I mean by no shade is like, cause yo, I've been to shows where the promoter lied.
yeah,
They lied their ass off, and to me that's a fucking flop right there.
yeah,
That's a failure. Like, how you gonna lie, bro? You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, you should never do that, because when it comes down to people in person and things change,
yeah.
that's all bad. Like, you never want to like lose a customer. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's what I mean by Angel. He knows what he's doing. Because like
absolutely.
I've never talked to someone where they're like, oh, I didn't like Desert Underground.
Yeah,
Everybody loves that shit.
they do.
Everybody like, and that's what I mean by like he's killing it, because I've worked with so many promoters, bro. And like I
Yeah,
said, no shade. It's not like I'm talking about them as a whole.
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
just saying, like, the ones who be lying, those are the ones that are really like, man, you fucked up, because you should never have like done that in the first place.
For
It's
sure.
crazy.
Yeah, because you mean like people, you set expectations a
Yeah,
lot of
bro.
times, and people like expect it to be a certain way when they show up.
Yeah.
And like I've been to places, not gonna be specific, but there's been places I've gone where like just the conditions were bad. There's no like toilet paper in the restrooms, like shit like
Yeah, no, I know
that.
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like
like
the normal things that you need. And I know some people are gonna trip on the bathroom, but it's facts.
yeah,
It's facts.
yeah,
Dude, I don't want to go to the bathroom and there's shit on the wall.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, let's
'Cause
be
it's
real. Like,
someone wrote like red rum and like
yeah, like what the
like
fuck? Like, that shit is
shit.
crazy to me. Like, there's been some places, bro, where I'm like, what the fuck?
I
but
know.
where do you see yourself, like, musically? Like, do you have like goals set for
I
2024?
have a lot of goals actually. Like definitely, and thank you for asking that question because it puts my mind back in focus, on that. But yeah, I've actually been writing a lot of new things. I have like a little project that I'm working on, which I'm really excited
Nice.
about. Like I'm just kind of structuring it, kind of getting it all nice and ready. A lot of people when they come out with stuff out in the desert, they usually come out with like EPs and things like that. And I think my first thing that I put out will probably be like an EP because that's kind of what I have written so far. Like that I know like
Yeah.
the songs front and back, and I could perform them if I needed to, and like it's just a short little 5 song EP or something like that. And that's the ones I'm ready for, like to get that chapter flipped to the next one.
I get you.
And then my next project actually is something I'm still working on while I'm trying to finish or get this one off started. So like
Nice.
I guess you could say my goal for this year is to get in the studio, learn a little bit more about what it takes to kind of get your music out there because I don't really have a lot of guidance with it. It's just my friends that do music kind of show me things and stuff like that. But or if I work with them and they kind of show me the ropes a little bit, I might be able to get some music out and then finally, maybe get to work on the bigger project that I really want to work on.
Hell yeah.
Because I have really nothing. Like I'd like to get something out so that when I do shows, I could be like, visit my Instagram at blah blah blah, or like you go like, I'm streaming live on music, on Apple Music, Spotify, like just be able to kind of throw that all out there. But
Hell
I have
yeah.
to put music out first, and that's why it's hard to like. A lot of times people don't quite know me quite yet, so like that's just one of those things. And I know I'm not getting any younger. So I got to just keep on working on it because that's my dream. I'm not going to give up on my dream for being, an older rapper in the Coachella Valley.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Like,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
like the big homies as in like just people I met along the way,
Yeah.
and they're already like well established and this is their job. The biggest thing they told me was like, like look at because I remember some dude, we're at like a kind of like a meeting,
Yeah.
and some dude was like, oh, I don't like to post on social media, or I don't like to do stuff. And they basically said, well, it's up to you, you know, like this music shit is like your job. And if you don't show up to your job, like you already know what happens.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like, you know, clock out of like the normal thing that's paying the bills and then clock in to what you got going on, you know. It's like it is tough sometimes though, cuz like, you know, things come up, or you have two jobs, or, you know, like people have their lives.
Yeah.
And it is tough. But I remember that stuck to me when he told us that. He was like, yeah, dude, like, would you not clock in for yourself? Like, would you not? He's like, maybe this isn't for you. And I remember that was a big reality check for me, because I was like, damn, like, that's some real shit right there, you know?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that too, for me at the time, because then you think about how old they are and where they're at. But I think it's also like, just try not to compare. You know, it's kind of like what Jack said. The homie Jack basically said, like, he compared it to like horses racing.
Yeah.
But we're not actually racing. There's really no like comparison or competition. Like, everyone, instead of racing, we should all run together at this, like, to the same destination.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I like the way he put it together. Like, I probably butchered it right now, but the way he said it was fire. Like, the way he said it was like so clean, and it makes sense. You know, however you find success is really the way you define it. You know,
it definitely. Yeah, I agree exactly with what you're saying and with what Jack said. I guess like our art, like when we start like creating our art, you know, we want to be able to put out our art and have people receive it or relate. Like, we want people to feel stuff, you know, like I just want to write stuff to where people can kind of picture themselves, you know, maybe in a situation and kind of relate to it. And that's why I'm really excited about more of this music to come out, because the stuff that I have so far has been more just like the beginning of everything. Like, one thing I like to do with my performances, that I don't really use a vocal track. A lot of times, like, when I do performances, I usually just do the beat and then I go over it. Nice. And I usually just, so people know that it's me and stuff. But I can, like, I know there's going to be songs that are going to be difficult that I'll probably need a vocal track for. But, and then just watching, like, people like you, for example, like, watching you perform is like, it's really, like, I like watching everybody perform, because I like the way, like, that's another part that I want to grow in, is being able to, the showmanship, that, like, the stage, like, presence. Yeah. Like, it's big. Like, it's really important. And when I see you perform, you're definitely, I have to give you props. You're one of the people that anytime I see video of your performances, it's lit. You know what I mean? Like, always. And like, same thing, like, you know, when Mills performs, like, he knows how to like grab the crowd. He's very good with his like improvisation. Like, every show's different, even though he sings, you know, like, before, when he's only had that one album out. I know future Jesus Chain's coming out. I'm excited about that. Yeah. But like, Mills's album, he'll sing those songs and he'll switch up the set lists. But still, he makes it different every time. Sometimes he does different dance moves. Sometimes he makes different jokes in between the songs that relate to the songs. And I'm like, damn, dude, like, he just like eats up this audience. Like, this audience loves him. Yeah. You know?
I kind of feel like Mills could do comedy.
He could.
I think he could, honestly.
Mills could do comedy. He has some really random ass posts, and like, I'm like, damn, dude, that shit's hilarious. Like, what the fuck?
I feel like he could successfully transfer over to comedy.
He could do a transition album from rap. He could rap and comedy. Oh, yeah. Like I'm actually would like to see more skits on his albums, because he'd be hilarious. And definitely another thing too I thought about too is like writing like jingles, because we all do music and stuff. You hear all these like businesses out here doing like heating and air conditioning. Like, we could make like jingles.
Yo, actually, yeah, that is like a route for sure.
Yeah, like just making like little jingles for all these businesses. You can actually
get paid for that shit.
Yeah. Like, you know how like Andre Benjamin 3000, you know, Andre 3000. Yeah. Like, so he like plays the, you know, the mask off. You know, like, that's, you know, feature whatever. Yeah. So the flute in the background is Andre 3000.
Oh fuck! I didn't even know that either.
And if you go in, they will confirm it. Like, you just have to look up. Like, Future confirmed it. And
Oh,
like it's
shit.
because he was just messing around with instruments at the time, and so they recorded him.
Damn.
So it's like
And now
crazy.
it's like a banger.
It is a banger, and that's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, man. Thanks for hopping on the Green Skull podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me, for sure.
We jumped in.
Hopefully we'll have like a follow-up a year from now. I'll have music out. I'll got
Hell yeah.
merch. I'll
Or
go
sooner.
crazy.
Sooner.
Yeah.